When someone passes, where do they go? Gone forever? Or can they show? What if you could find someone between to bridge the gap of those unseen?
I see departed souls, and I'm able to communicate with them. I get messages from beyond, from your lost loved ones. You may be surprised at what they have to say.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the amazing Michele Livingston. Hey, Michele.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. Wow, look at you on the tropical beach.
Hey, how was your birthday?
It was great, honey. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it was great. I'm just integrating all of the changes, clearing out the old to make room for the new.
There you go.
My cosmic new year.
Did you sing karaoke?
I did, yes. And then we went out and we went to an open mic performance, and we had a really good time.
Fantastic. Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you.
You deserve it. Happy birthday,
Thank
darling.
you, sweetie. You look radiant today, as always. Love you on that beach. It looks gorgeous.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed the spirits work with us.
We will. So just to remind folks, Michele is in Pennsylvania, but actually she's in the Caribbean right now.
Yeah.
And I'm here in Los Angeles, and we're coming live from Sunset Gower Studios here in Los Angeles. And I want to give out the phone number for people to call. I know you guys are excited to speak today to Michele about your spirit guides. That's what our topic is. So it's 323-649-8268, 323-649-8268. And also join us in the chat room. We do not see your Facebook comments until after the show. So join us in the chat room at ubnradio.com. Click on Channel 2, enter your social media credentials, and you will be right in the room with us. And plenty of people are. So give a shout out to all these wonderful people who are
Hi, everyone.
Enjoying the show. I see them. Big shout out to Sharon and Karen and Stephanie and Jason and Robin and Beth and all these people. I'm just glancing at the names really quickly. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
How are you doing, Michele? Are you excited about spring?
I'm doing great. I am so happy. Spring was on your birthday.
Oh, yes.
On Monday, and the snow is finally melting on our hill. We're at the top of a mountain, and we're in a beautiful tree line. Deer go across it. But, the snow's finally melting, and it's pretty, and I think today was in the 60s.
Wow.
So I'm all for it. Let's go for it.
All right.
Cannot wait till it warms up.
Oh, I hear you.
Like I said, John, I'll be on the plane pretty soon to LA.
Well, that's why we're bringing the tropics to you today.
Yeah, I see. I know. Thank you so much.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I've had some fantastic emails, and actually one of the viewers by the name of Lisa, I think it's Weiss. She received her Visions from Mary book. She won it. I think it was 2 shows ago. And she said when she opened it, she actually had chills. And she said the pictures are beautiful. Thank you so much. So we do give away books. And
yes, we do.
If you would share, that would be wonderful.
Yes, we would love for you to share. So as you're watching this, just click the share button, and we will be able to see. Well, actually, click the share button and then put in the comments that you shared, because Facebook doesn't always show us who shared. We see the number of people shared, but we don't see who shared. So click in the comments that you shared it, and then we will be able to track that, and we'll enter you in for a drawing to give away. Is it a free 30-minute session this time, Michele?
Well, I was going to give away another book, John.
Oh, another book. All right.
The new one, Living in the Afterlife.
Living in the Afterlife. That's the book we're spotlighting today. It's right here on the screen for people. Go ahead.
I'll sign it for you, and it'll be in the mail as soon as we draw a name.
Great.
I think we had lots of shares last time.
Yes.
And I do appreciate it, everybody. And I've noticed on Facebook that they are even sharing before the show starts.
Oh, that's
with
awesome.
Friends and so on.
Well,
I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yes. I am too. So they're already saying in the chat room they're sharing. So thank you, the folks who are. That's
Thank
great.
you so much.
Yeah. So I opened up more lines too, because folks were just saying the lines were busy. So already, girl.
Oh. Now, if you're just on my fan page, The People's Medium, please go to UBN chat room. It's www.ubn.radiotv.com. Go in there and click channel 2. That will immediately get you into not only the chat room, but to show where you're calling from. We'll be able to read your messages. A lot of times people think, well, I can just watch the fan page and call in, but you have a lot a much better chance, don't you, John?
Yes, you have.
You go into
exactly. If you go in and say, "Hey, John, I'm on hold. Here's my area code and first 3 digits," and then I can find you in our independent call center, move the call over to the live studio, and put you on the air.
Yeah. And that's how it works.
Yeah.
So you got to get a UBN chat room. I love all of you. Thank you for your wonderful comments. The pet show was great last week. And I know we did a show on spirit guides. I think it was probably a few months ago. I've been on here 6 months.
Yeah.
And everyone loved that show.
They do. Yes. They love the topics of pets and spirit guides. And so we're bringing back the most requested topics.
Yeah. Yes, we are. And spirit guides, we all have. Some of us have many spirit guides. My spirit guide's name is Daniel. Actually, his name's Brother Daniel. I first saw him when I was in my early teens because I'm a visionary and an artist. And he wears a white linen robe with sandals. And he would meet me in a gazebo. So when you meditate, if you can visualize a path, or something that would lead you to a destination place, and there your guide will be waiting for you. So I was meditating, and before I knew it, I was on this beautiful flower-strewn path, and ahead of me, John, was a white gazebo. And in that gazebo sat the most beautiful being I think I've ever seen. He has light blue eyes, he has light brown wavy hair, and he wears a white robe. So when I entered the gazebo, he put his hand out and he said, "I love you. My name is Daniel, Brother Daniel, and we were together in a past time, and I've been your lifetime spirit guide." So I know that we have project guides that come and go. If we are working on a book, if we're painting a picture, if we're designing a home, whatever we're doing, project guide will come in to help us through the duration. When that is completed, they're off again. But the lifetime spirit guide, or 2 or 3, will be with you your entire lifetime. What they do is they can never force us to think anything, but they can gently guide and influence us on our path through life. That's fantastic. So if you wake up in the morning, for example, with an idea out of the blue, you could be astral projecting. Your soul could be out in other realms or other dimensions, being mentored by your spirit guide, and you can come back in the morning with information. So always keep a pad and pen by your bed so that when you wake up, any new ideas, you can write them down. That's a good way to remember everything. A lot of people don't remember dreams. So Daniel's with me. He gives a tremendous advice during meditations. And I also want to say that loved ones who have passed away can also be spirit guides. When we get to the next realm, which we call the 4th dimension or heaven or the other side, we can train to be helpers or spirit guides of those on earth. And we usually choose a family member or to be a helper. So Daniel was from probably another lifetime, but I know that I have probably my great-grandmother who was from central Pennsylvania here, and she was a visionary. She lived in the 1800s. Her name was Jane. I feel her around me sometime, and I don't know if I've ever shared this, but she was of faith very similar to the Mennonites or the Quakers or the Amish here in Pennsylvania. They were called the Dunkers, and they were a very, very strict religious group. She had the gift. And my mother, when she was little, would look through these really thick glass windows at my great-grandmother, who was in a rocking chair. And she'd call people in, John, and then she'd tell them all about themselves. But she'd say, "Please don't say anything. It's against my religion." But her name was Jane. And I know that she has helped me and mentored me for many years. So if you feel an energy or a presence, whether it's a past loved one or deceased loved one, could be your father, mother, it could be a grandparent, and many times friends train that have passed away to be helpers of ours, John. So do you know your guide, your spirit guide?
Well, you mentioned before that we have one that sticks with us from birth to death, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then we also have specialty guides that come in from time to time, and project guides, like you had mentioned, right? So we can have more than one that sticks with us as well, right? So like how many people are around us in spirit usually at a given time?
First of all, the higher, faster frequency is where they reside, and it's with us. It's just like radio frequencies or television waves. It's with us.
Okay.
But we need a conduit to kind of see and hear them, which a medium basically is.
Yeah.
So we can have up to, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe not at a time, but they come and they go as they see fit too. And I also want to explain, people think many times that their grandmother, who's a spirit guide actually is a angel, but she's not an angel. She's a spirit guide. Spirit guides are human souls that train to be our helpers. As far as I know, John, angels have never been in a human body. So they're even a higher frequency from heaven. They are assigned at birth. There is one guardian angel, though. Yay, we all have one. Assigned at birth to be our helper. And then angels will be sent to us from the Creator for protection sometimes, or for healing sometimes. It's very, very interesting, but just know a spirit guide is different from an angelic being.
Okay.
I want listeners to
And a spirit guide could be
that.
someone that you spent past lives with, so you knew in a past life, or they could be some new soul. Is that correct?
Yeah, or they could be a relative that you've known in the present lifetime.
Oh, okay.
Like a grandmother, grandfather, and so on.
So some of us are actually training right now to be spirit guides.
On the other side. Yeah.
Wow.
As far as I know, I don't think you and I are yet.
No, right. No. But I heard that I have a really good friend of mine, and he was just so incredible in my life. Like you say, like an earth angel, you know how you say that word, right? And then when I had a reading, the medium told me that he was actually training in this lifetime to be a spirit guide in the next lifetime. So it's really very interesting.
Yours.
Yeah.
Is that the one I actually saw?
Well, you had saw Anthony, which is Tony.
Okay.
Yes.
Around you.
Yeah, but I was speaking of Franklin. So he was just a total stranger that showed up in my path, and we have become super, super close. And he has helped bring me into the next chapter of my life. So it's just like,
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I knew my spirit guides reached out to his spirit guides, and then brought it together. And we find out later he's training to be a spirit guide. So that's just pretty amazing. So it's just a wonderful soul. Yeah.
So as I said, if someone calls in or messages in the chat room and they want to know who their spirit guide is, there's a myriad of them, and it depends what they're involved in at the moment, and that has to do with what guides are around them. Also, I might see someone with a uniform, or someone in Victorian era, or someone from a past life. Also, it could be as simple as your daddy who's passed. And everyone is curious about this. And this is why I wanted to revisit this topic, John, because I know that there are certain topics that really stand out and people really love. And I'm here to serve and I'm here to help humanity. So it's up to you, the viewers, to tell me what you would like to see as a topic. And we'll provide that for you. Yeah,
we love that. We love your feedback. We definitely do. So be sure to post in the comments on Michelle's Facebook page, or email Michele at michellelivingston.com.
And also, if you'd like to sign up for my newsletter, you'll have all the updates. All you do is go into my website, which is, I think, on the screen now, and click email. Just give me your email address, and newsletters come out every couple weeks. The events that will happen and where I'll be. And also, people private message me all the time. What services do you provide? So please visit my website. It'll make it easy for you. Okay, great. All right, so we do have plenty of calls that are coming in right now, and we'll be getting to them shortly. I know, Michele, you've got a seminar that's coming up as well, right? I do have a seminar, and literally, we may have a couple walk-ins. We try to reserve a couple spots, John, for walk-ins, because at the last minute they decide, well, let's go, it's a pretty day, or I want to bring one of my friends, but we literally have 5 spaces left. And I put that on Facebook the other day, and it's just a handful. So I think we're going to try to keep a couple back for walk-ins, but if you would like to come, please do, because we're almost full. And I'll talk about it a little more after the video. Do we have a video? Yeah, we do. Let's go to that video, and people can see you in action, and we'll come right back. Thank you. Okay.
If you enjoy the Michele Livingston Show and want to see her in person, check out her next live seminar.
So here we go. If you can work with me, close your eyes. We're going to take 8 deep breaths, and we're going to start.
Have you recently lost a loved one?
Who lost a husband recently? I had to take a deep breath with him. I feel it was fairly quick.
Could you be the next one to get a reading?
I think I'm with you, sweetie. There's a name like Bree. Bree. They're showing me cheese. My daughter. That's your daughter. That's the new one. They showed me Bree cheese and her daughter's name Bree. See how this works?
This seminar will provide an experience that will truly enhance your understanding of the other dimensions.
When we get over there, we train to help 1 or 2 people that are on the earth plane, and we train to be their guides or their helpers.
And confirm that you
There's a dad figure coming through here.
are never alone.
Did you enjoy it? Oh, thank you so much.
All right, and we're back. Wow, Michele. So that's really, really incredible. I always make the comment about you seeing the Brie cheese, and then you're like, and they show you the Brie cheese, and then you're like, that's because her name is Brie. So that's how community. Yeah.
Well, my angels always accompany John. Whenever I'm doing a phone or in person or a seminar or even a small group session, there are 3 angels I work with. They're called the light beings, and 3 is the number of protection. So after I say a prayer of protection, they come into the room and they protect us the whole time. In a seminar, we start with questions and answers, and people love it because at work, they can't really share a dream with someone, or they're intimidated by it. So they share, they ask questions. My co-host is right now in Florida, Orlando. Her name's Jen Shade, and she's on 105.7 The X. It's called the People's Morning Show, the PMS show. And there's 3 hosts on there. So she's with me each and every time. And you see her in the video. She's wearing a cowgirl hat. But then I do random readings, and I go where I'm led. I'll walk the room, and some people light up, and other people, I actually see souls coming in around them that are going, come here, I want to say something to you. So I'll go where I'm led. Sometimes it's a whole table or a family where I go right down the line, John, and receive souls through. We do some more talking. We take a break, and there's a cash bar. We come back, I do more random readings, and there's always spirits with the spirits. Let me put it that way. Right. But yeah, do more random readings, and then we have a beautiful served dinner, delicious served dinner. So it's a time for camaraderie, and it's a time for people of like mind to get together. They can step out and they can feel safe in that environment. And these are very, very popular. So they start to fill a couple months ahead. I like to keep it to about 100 people, so that I can get to more people. And if you are a listener of this show, or I'm also on a country radio station and also on a rock radio station, please come up and introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you, especially my UBN watchers and listeners. We had several last time at Hershey. I did one in Hershey, and it was very good. And a table raised their hands, and they said, this was back in November, we love the UBN show, and we've done the positive affirmations. And a lady said, my brother just won a couple $1,000s in the lotto because he did the miracle money affirmation.
Wow.
So the word's getting out. People are looking and watching and calling in. And I'm so grateful for the show, John. I really am.
Well, we love you, and we're so happy that you're here with us and sharing your wisdom with the rest of the world. So
thank you.
Yeah. So I know that some folks are saying they're not seeing this on Facebook, so I'm going to look into see what's going on with that. They are here in our chat room, and we appreciate you being here. And we're going to open up the call lines here in just one moment. So just give us 1 second to promote a couple other things. Michele, you have some, I thought I saw something about a horse ranch or something going on at a racetrack or something with horses. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That is May 21st. That's also a Sunday, John. And it is, I was invited to go there. It's called Quentin Riding Club. And it's not just a riding stable. It's 45 beautiful acres of ground. And then they train horses. They have horse shows, but they have a beautiful dining club where I'll be. It's a banquet hall. And they also have a pub and tavern, and the facility's beautiful. So as I was invited, I thought, well, maybe I'll go. It's near Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And we are already filling for that as well. So
wow.
that's a buffet dinner. It's not a served meal.
Okay.
It's a buffet dinner. But Jen Shade will also be there, and we'll be. I'll be doing random readings, and
excellent.
And I might even get some horses through. Who knows?
Oh, wow. That'll be cool. Yeah. And I know that horses and different animals have come through in your spirit portraits that you've been doing. And I have a picture of one of them up right now so people can see there's a horse, and there he looks like it's Arizona or some beautiful place. And there's an eagle, and there's the elk in the background. And I see, So tell us a little bit about those that you offer and how that works, Michele.
Yeah, well, soul portraits start off a reading when they have a longer version, because the artist within me wants to work with the angels and vice versa. So a scene is portrayed and it's actually painted. So what they do, John, is they'll take the person's energy and they'll extend out. We call it an opening scene or a soul portrait. Many times they include animals, creatures, birds of the air. They're beautiful, and I keep doing them. I've been doing this work 26 years, but I keep doing the soul portraits because people enjoy listening to them, and they meditate with them. So if they do like their soul portrait, almost everybody loves theirs. We have a webmaster, as I've said on other shows, in Washington State, and he will take your soul portrait, he will digitize it into a print, which you can frame, hang on the wall, and use for even a screensaver on your computer. So totem creatures, vibrate with our energy. And so whatever is in that scene is the person's totem animals or birds or creatures or whatever. I love to do them. And I think even we did a show a few weeks ago with soul portraits.
Yes, we did. And it was incredible. And then you also showed off your artwork as well from the Visions from Mary books. So, yeah.
So every week we're kind of full of surprises.
Yes, we are.
I just hope I'm on my fan page because I know I have some viewers.
Oh, yes. Well, we just reset the stream, so hopefully it is going to go out to your fan page. If it doesn't, then there's an issue with Facebook, and what we'll do is we will upload this YouTube video to your Facebook video feed so that it goes out. Okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. And I also always put it on YouTube so that if people have to work or they miss a show, they want to know when they can see it, I'll have it on YouTube and I'll post it.
So, folks, we want to encourage everyone to come to the UBN Radio website. So, UBNradio.com, channel 2. That way you can let us know that you're on hold and you're waiting to speak to Michele. And then you never miss a show. We're always going to be streaming to UBN Radio channel 2. Okay? All right. So we're going to go open our phone lines now. Are you ready, Michele?
Yes, I am.
All right. So let's start with area code 610. And it looks like we have, is this Christina on the line?
Yes. Hi, John.
Hi, Christina. You're on the line with Michele. How are you?
I'm fine, and this is all new to me. My friend Sharon has spoken frequently about Michele and your radio show. So actually, I'm at her home, and
oh, great. I can put her on the line with you if you'd like.
I do not know if I have a spirit guide.
Well, hello, Christina.
Hello, Michele. I'm sorry.
Guides, my dear. We all have spirit guides. I'm trying to get one through for you. You have several, my dear. I have to ask you if your dad's passed away, Christina.
Yes.
Okay. I have your dad through just to say hello. And he tells me that he does watch out for you, and he's acknowledging a younger male. Maybe it's a grandson of yours. I don't know if you have a grandson as yet. If not, you may be having one coming up. Do. You do?
Yes, I have a grandson. Yes.
Oh, he loves him. Your dad is a spirit guide of your grandsons. So that's the connection that I want to make with you, Christina. So if when he was younger, if he would look up at the ceiling or laugh or point, he was seeing your dad, actually. How old is your grandson?
He's 3 years old.
Well, that would make perfect sense. Because I said this in other shows, children between the ages of 1 to 5 are in the formative years. Because their soul has not been in their body very long, they're able to see the spirit realms. And so your little grandson has seen your father. I need to tell you that. Your father was a character, Christina. When I say that he was a very he was a very hardworking man.
You could say that, Michelle.
He was a hardworking man, and he knows about your loyalty, not only to your family, but to friends. I don't know who you are, but I just want to say you are there for everyone that you care about, and even those who have turned their back on you, Christina, you still send some prayers up for them. So I have to say that you're a beautiful person yourself. So your dad says, surprise, honey. You may not have thought you'd hear from me, but I love my great-grandson. So see how this comes down the generational line. He was in the same soul group as your father, as your dad, your grandson. And so your dad had him with him in heaven before he was sent down to you. And what a precious little boy. You're so fortunate. Now, is that your son's son or your daughter's son, Christina?
It's my son's son.
And so we're on the wavelength of your dad sending love to your grandson, but also he sends love to your son. And your son has come a long way. I know this is about spirit guides, but I need to say what your dad wants me to relate to you. Your son has come a long way on his path through life, Christina. He is a good boy. I know he's a young man, but your son has come a long way. And you were concerned about him a few years ago. I know you were. This is what your dad's telling me, but things have straightened out, haven't they, Christina, with your son?
Yes.
And so I want to thank his guides for that, your son's spirit guides for that. There's also changes with your son's work. He's working now, correct? There's changes coming up.
Correct.
Okay, so it's positive. He's going to be put in a higher position. There's going to be more financial stability for him. I like that. I like that concept. And are they capable of any more children, your son and his companion?
Yes. My son and daughter-in-law have the 3-year-old little boy, Giovanni, and then they have 10-month-old Rose.
Yes, I love those names. Oh, my goodness gracious. Another spirit, they're supposed to have one. They're supposed to have one more, Christina, if they're capable. Supposed to have one more. I also need to ask you something. There's also a spirit guide of your son's as well, who's female. She's also a relative, and she's a grandmother figure, my dear. Is your mother's mother passed away, Christina?
Yes, she is.
She is a spirit guide of your son's, and also rosary beads are coming in. Is anybody Catholic in family?
Yes, we are.
All right. The grandmother figure's holding crystal rosary beads, and she's sending prayers down for you, and if you're married, your husband, and also for the rest of the family. So your guide specifically is also...
Michelle?
Yes?
May I ask you, is my mother coming through to you at all?
Yeah, this would be your mother's mother, first of all, the grandmother figure, my dear. And I have your mother. I'm not getting her very strongly, but she is in the light. She is in heaven. And your son, they do have a daughter. Is that correct? Did you tell me? Rose?
Yes.
Oh, your mother. I just get her very quickly through. She's the one that watches over Rosie. She watches over Rosie. So you need to understand that we choose.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. And you need to understand that we choose one or two in family to watch over. So your mother looks radiant. Again, it took her a while to build up energy to come through. But since our topic, spirit guide, she will always be with Rosie. And you're so fortunate to have such a beautiful family, Christina. You really are. So I want to say have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to call in, Christina. God bless you.
Thank you, Christina.
God bless you, Michelle, and thank you for everything.
Bye-bye, honey.
Oh, that was great.
Now, see, I didn't get anyone from past lives. I actually have Christina's immediate family who's trained to be helpers.
Well, that's
the grandmother and the mother, and also her father, her daddy.
Wow, that's great. So again, to clarify, Michele, so, we're getting some people with the questions. So there are guides that are with us from birth to death. So is that correct?
Yes,
okay.
And many times those spirit guides are from a past lifetime.
Okay.
So I will see them as how they looked in the past lifetime with you. When I say past lives, they were with you in a past life. So for example, my spirit guide, Daniel, he kind of looks like he goes way back in time with the robe and everything. So I was with him in that lifetime. And they can project the way they want to look, John, which is another interesting aspect about it.
Okay.
So I'm glad Christina got through. And thank you, my darling. And please share, because we're going to be giving away a book again.
Yes. All right. So let's move on to our next caller. And I believe we have Leanne on the line. Leanne, are you there? 520.
Hi, it's Leanne.
Hey, Leanne. Thank you for calling in. Do you have a question for Michele, hon?
Hi, Leanne.
I sure do. First of all, just lots of love and gratitude to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Michele, I would like to know who my birth to death or transition spirit guide is.
Okay. Now, when you said transition guide, Leanne, are you referring to your lifetime spirit guide?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really believe in death. So when I say birth to death, whatever that transition is.
Yes, that would be this lifetime, which is perfect.
So the guide that will help you transition over to the other side. Is that what you mean, Leanne?
No, actually, I mean the guide that's with me from my birth.
To your death.
Right.
Yeah, so who'll help you transition when you pass over. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I have a female spirit guide for you, Leanne. Her name is Elizabeth. She is from going back to after pre-colonial days. You had a lifetime in the West. I see wagon trains. Don't laugh. But I see you as a frontiersman. I see you as a female. Your mother's name was Elizabeth in that lifetime, and she's not incarnated with you in this lifetime. But she does oversee you. She does help you, and she helps you with influencing decisions that need to be made. I know, Leanne, that you're not overly impulsive, and this has really helped you this lifetime to take your time with decisions. Because if you would have been impulsive, if you think back years ago, you might have gotten yourself into a little bit of a jam or a little bit of trouble. But I like the fact you take your time, you think things through. And Elizabeth comes as she would look in actually a Western movie. She has her hair parted in the middle. She has it worn back and she has it worn up. She has a high collar. At first, I thought she was Victorian, a Victorian lady, but no, we're going back to around the gold rush days in the 1800s. And we're going to Montana. Isn't this interesting? Very interesting. In other words, you had a lifetime in the West, Leanne, with her. And as I said, she was an older sister. Very attractive woman. If you need help, my dear, with anything, take a notebook like I have here. Write your name, Leanne, at the top of the piece of paper, and also write Elizabeth down. Write the name of Elizabeth. Ask a question on the sheet. Write your question down. She will come and help you. And she can come in a dream, or she can come via automatic or spontaneous writing, Leanne. All right? Do you know what spontaneous or automatic writing is? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, I have.
Because you'd be a natural at it. So that just proves if you've tried it, she's waiting in the wings for you, darling. Do you like nature? I also see horses here that you rode when you were in the Western lifetime. Do you like animals and horses and freedom, getting out in the wild blue yonder?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I love animals. I spend a ton of time outdoors. That's how I rest and rejuvenate.
Mm-hmm. And you're an old soul, my dear. And with that said, it's not just a cliche. You've had many, many past lives. And Elizabeth, your spirit guide, your lifetime spirit guide, has been with you in many past lives, many. She showed me the last time she was with you, though. And this is why I got the West. I'm seeing Colorado, I'm seeing Montana and Nevada. And these are the states that you inhabited at one time with her. You were a real survivor. Yeah. I see you holding a musket, Leanne. Like a rifle, like a musket. So you had to do what you had to do, but there was a town, a beautiful town in Montana where you lived with your older sister, Elizabeth. I don't know if you had parents then or if you were both orphans, but would you please try to call upon her? She will help you. All right, my dear?
Okay, I will do that for sure.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I do have one quick question. I think it might help other folks as well. As we're falling asleep and we're in that twilight zone, and you see sort of other beings around you, how do you know if they're beneficial or not beneficial?
You say a prayer before you start to go to sleep.
Okay.
That only souls for your highest good and from the love and light of God will be around you during your sleep time. That's what you do. There are many earthbound discarnate spirits. With the paranormal, the veil is thinning, and the earthbound discarnate spirits, some of them, Leanne, do not know they're even passed on. Some of them do not want to go to the light. They could have been on alcohol or drugs, for example, not all souls, but some. They really do not want to move on. So you do not want those around you, whether you're in the dream state, whether it's before you fall asleep. You need to guard and protect yourself. And I feel you're very evolved if you've done spontaneous writing. And I feel that you know what to do. But I'm glad you're asking these questions for viewers and listeners. Please protect yourself. In the morning when you get awake, that only those for your highest good will come through, and ask for protection of white light, of your physical being, your emotional state, your mental state, your auric field, that as you go throughout the day, you only attract those in life for your highest good. If you attract negative downers, so to speak, or drainers, that will deflect off of you because you're already in the light and you're already white lighted, and ask for protection. But I think it's important at nighttime to do that as well. Because as you know, Leanne, we do astral project. We leave our bodies many times between 11 to 3 in the morning. And we go out into the different dimensions and we meet up with our spirit guides. And therefore, we do not want to cross paths with discarnates. They're in a gray area. That's in my book, Living in the Afterlife. And we may even sometimes go through the gray area to get to the higher realms. So we don't want those clinging to us, do we, Leanne?
No, and I'm very aware of my astral projections. So.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Yes. So write them down. Keep your journal. Just know Elizabeth's there for you. And I'm so glad you called in. And please share the show. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Leanne. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we're moving on to our next caller. We have area code, it looks like 215 on the line. 215, you're on the line. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Robin, out of Philly.
Hi, Robin, out of Philly. How are you, Robin?
Hi. Oh, I'm doing good.
So would you like to know who your spirit guide is?
Oh, yes, please. If there's more than one also.
All right. Well, you definitely have a male figure. Let me see if I can connect in with him. He's pretty noble looking. I have to say that. When I say noble, he wants to bow to you. We are going to Renaissance. Wait till you hear this one, Robin. He's not from this lifetime. He's a true gentleman, and he bows to you. And we are 1500s in the Renaissance period around there. And this is definitely Italy, darling. We're in Italy. You had a lifetime in Italy.
Okay.
In the Renaissance.
Okay.
His name is, it's like an angelic name, but I know that it is Italian or Spanish. It's Raphael. Raphael is his name. Now, he is a human soul. He actually has a plume in his hat. He has a hat that looks like it's velvet. It's black hat with this beautiful plume. He is amazing. And he says, hello. He says, Robin, I'm Raphael. He says, we had a lifetime together in Italy during the Age of Enlightenment, about the time of the Renaissance. You were his, oh my goodness. You were his lover, Robin. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. This is why he bows to you, and he has flowers for you. Are you with a partner or companion right now? May I ask you that?
No, I'm not.
He's trying to bring you someone, this spirit guide, for you to be with. It's been rocky.
A little late.
Yeah, I know. But you're not going to grow old alone. Mark those words. He's going to see to it. It doesn't have to be overly romantic, but he's going to see to it that you have someone to share your rest of your life with, and have dinner with, and have fun with, and maybe some travel as well. Interesting.
Yeah, I've been asking for quite a while and nothing happened. So,
well, you know about the list. I don't want to jump, but you know how to make a list, Robin, don't you? For a significant other.
I've done that.
Mm-hmm. Did you write down your qualities, and did you make 2 copies, darling?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a tip, honey. This is how I met my wonderful husband, John. You take a blank sheet of paper. I'm going to say this very quickly. Write your name down and put, my heart is healed from the past, and I am now ready to attract a true soulmate and companion for both our highest good. I want them to be eligible and willing to commit. Write 5 or 6 qualities down, Robin. Make 2 copies. Put one in your pillowcase so that the energy of goes on the list, and also carry one with you in your purse. The universe is simple, and it takes approximately 2 months to 2 years for the universe to get a hold of that, and for you to have a nice companion. And this Raphael is very handsome, by your spirit guide.
Just the one?
I just have now, darling. And I think that you need someone to share your life with. I think that that's something like, so please give up. You know his name, and you can call upon him as a matchmaker to help you be a good person. How's that sound?
Okay.
All righty. So happy spring to you, my happy spring.
And you and thank you. You're breaking up.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a breakup here, with the reception.
Yeah, I totally lost the end of that.
Okay, go ahead and repeat.
I said he's going to bring you a good companion, Robin, someone to have fun with. And so keep the faith, honey. And I also said happy spring to you. Take care,
And she says happy spring to you, Robin. Thank you so much for calling in and for your patience.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Okay, so we have a lot of people on hold, and we're already 45 minutes into the show. So,
you know, John, I think it's interesting that she is looking in her own way, Robin, for a mate or a companion. And that's the first thing that her spirit guide mentioned, that he was her lover. I think this is fascinating.
It is. That was
Italy,
great.
In the 1500s. So he would, from that aspect, want her to have someone to be with.
Yeah.
To share her life with.
No, that's awesome.
So he's working on it from up there. And she needs to work on it too by making a list.
Yeah. Because it's interesting because when you mention it to her, she's like, "Oh, a little late for that." But no, he's letting you know he's working on it. So there you go. So was that in Messages from Beyond that you have the instructions on how?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is.
Okay,
It
so
is.
that's the book Messages from Beyond, which is on your screen, folks. So be sure to go to michellelivingston.com and get that book, or amazon.com, I think is available as well on digital too, right?
Yes, it is.
Great.
It is. And Nook, you can, and digital, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my most popular guidebook. Living in the Afterlife, though, people have really enjoyed.
Yes,
And you read it
that was
too,
my
John.
first one of yours. Yes, I love it. Yes, yes, thank you.
And actually, they talk about how they train to be spirit guides, how they train to watch over us. I think that's wonderful.
Yes.
We have many, and we have them, as I said, that come and go. But my lifetime one is Daniel. And I want to say to Robin that her lifetime guide is Raphael, the good-looking Italian gentleman from the 1500s. Wow, was he something? I'd like to paint him. Wow.
Wow. Okay, so Michelle, pick a number for me from 1 to 10. Let's just do it. Start it with 1 to 10.
Let's go 3.
All right, so this is, looks like area code 724-714. You're on the line with Michelle. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Mike from Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
It's good to talk to a gentleman. Thank you for watching,
It's an honor.
No, it's great that you called in. I noticed that you were in the chat room and you called in. So a lot of times people are in the chat room and they're trying to get a reading. So we prefer you to be on the phone just so that folks can hear the reading. And Michelle, if she has any questions to clarify, you can answer. Okay?
Yes, thanks, Mike.
Okay.
So what's your question, sir?
I just wanted to know if you had the name of my spirit guide.
All right, let me ask you, is your mother still on Earth, Mike?
She is.
All right. I have someone belonging to her that watches out for you. And I'm going to say, if your grandmother is passed, it's your mother's mother who watches out for you a lot.
Okay.
I'm also feeling that guides are around you in your commuting when you drive. Have you ever had a close call in the car or the vehicle, Mike? Like running a stop sign or just... Yeah. Well, guess what? Spirit guides are working overtime because you have soul contracted a long life. You do have longevity. That's what you've chosen, but you've had some close calls. And therefore, please keep your mind in the moment behind the wheel. And your grandmother is passed away, your mother's mother, Mike? Is she?
Yes.
All right. She wants to come through to say hello to you. She loves you very, very much. You've made her very proud. And there's good changes coming up for you, she tells me. She says, I love my little Mike. I love Mikey, my little Mike. You're not little anymore, but she remembers you. And she tells me to be kind to your mother. And I also have to say, watch for the month of May. Now, May's Mother's Day. Are there any other things that happen in the month of May, Mike? If not, we're just going to stick with Mother's Day. Okay, then I want to stick with Mother's Day. Are you close to your mother? Can I ask you that, honey?
Yes.
All right. Would you please be with her in the month of May on Mother's Day? Your grandmother's asking this of you. She's one of your main spirit guides since she passed away. Okay. I also have a male energy, Michael, coming in. And I have to say that, let me see, he's not from this lifetime. And I want to go back to, with you, let's see, where were you? Oh my gosh, it's England. Believe this, it's England. That you had a lifetime in England. And this spirit guide's name is very simply George, okay? He's an English gentleman. He comes in a 3-piece suit wearing a vest. And he says, Michael, I'm your helper. We had a lifetime in England together. This goes back to late 17, early 1800s. And you can call upon George for help in any area of your life. Now, we always go to the Creator, for help, and we always have angels. But George is a very, very close to you and very good-looking spirit guide. I have to tell you. He has a tweed jacket on. Isn't that interesting? Tweed jacket. And so if you need help, Mike, would you write down the name of George? Don't laugh. And write down some questions for him or some things that you would like to have happen in your life. And he will be with you. He's been with you since you took your first breath. And you've seen him when you were between the ages of a baby to 5 years old. He has blue eyes. He has light brown hair, very distinguished looking. And he says, Mike, there are better days ahead. And when he says that, it has to do with work. It has to do with a relationship, Mike. I have to tell you that. Better days ahead means good things are coming up for you. That's nice, isn't it, Michael?
Very nice. Thank you.
Yes. And I don't want to go off track. Did you have a dog pass, Mike?
Years ago.
You know what? He's one of your spirit guides. I have a canine energy who watches and protects you also in the vehicle. So this is a dog that likes to take trips in the car. And when you're driving, he's in the passenger seat with you. Isn't that something? So he's a animal spirit guide. Mm-hmm. So would you think of him every once in a while, your doggy?
Okay.
Mike, have a great night.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you so much for calling. God bless you. Take care. Mwah.
God bless you also. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mike. All right.
Bye.
So, wow, that was interesting having an animal guide come in. I know I've heard of animal totems, but I didn't realize they were your pets live on to be your spirit guides.
I had a reading I did over the weekend, and a German Shepherd came through.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And he said, I'm not sure about the new German Shepherd, the male. She actually had rescued two German Shepherds. One was female and one was male. And that very morning, the spirit dog told me it was under the kitchen table, and it was trying to communicate with the dog that was on Earth. And she said, that's amazing, because my male shepherd on Earth right now was growling under the table. And I said, well, he saw your alpha dog who's now over the Rainbow Bridge. So the German Shepherd came across the Rainbow Bridge, who had passed away a couple years ago, to protect her in her home. And just to tell the other male German Shepherd, I'm still the alpha dog of this place. Mm-hmm. The female shepherd he was flirting with, though, from heaven. Uh-huh. So yes, once we love and befriend an animal, they do come and go, and they do act sometimes as protectors, John.
Okay.
So I'm happy that Mike had his dog through, and I think it'll make sense to him because his dog loved to go in the car.
Yes.
And since he's had some close calls between George, his guide from England, mm-hmm. and his spirit dog, I think that he's well protected.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have just a few more minutes left, Michele. We're actually going into overtime. How many more readings would you like to offer tonight?
Well, let's do one more. Let's see who has a question.
Okay, so let's go to area code 708-508. You're on the line with Michele. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Hi, this is Lori. How are you?
Well, hello, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
How are you, my dear?
Hi, I'm good. So I'm wondering if I have spirit guides and what they're telling me.
You have spirit guides. Where are you calling from, Lori?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm calling from Texas.
Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness, girl. You have a Native American Indian spirit guide. Hold on. His name is One Gray Feather. I'm going to tell you his name. I got his name, One Gray Feather. When you find feathers, Lori, when you're out in Texas walking along and you find feathers, it's from your Native American Indian spirit guide. He's male. And
I actually found one in the house.
Yeah, that's from him. And he goes to all the windows of your home to protect you, and the front door and the back door. So he makes his rounds every day. He's a lifetime spirit guide. What kind of feather did you find, Lori?
It was a little tiny black one. A little tiny black
Isn't
feather.
that interesting? Now, you could be outside finding them, or he may put another one in your home as well. They can manifest, as you know. Spirits are in a higher, faster frequency. So because his name is One Gray Feather, he connects with feathers. So he could even manifest them and send them down. And he wants you to keep them. He says, "Hi, Lori." He said, "We had a past lifetime together in the West." And he said, "We were brothers." So don't freak out, darling, but you were a male. You were a male with one gray feather. And he did not want to incarnate with you physically this lifetime, but he has stayed in the higher realm to protect you. He's a very attractive warrior looking spirit guide. He has jet black hair, a long braid, and he has hawk feathers. Isn't that interesting? And an eagle feather in his hair, in his braid, Lori. So, yeah, he's very powerful around you, my dear. So watch for feathers. And I have to say that if you need help, if there's a decision that needs to be made, call upon him, because he has your highest good in mind. That's for sure, Lori. So I want to say thank you so much for listening and watching from Texas. It's an honor to talk to you, Lori.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And know that one gray feather's there for you, darling.
I need them right now.
Well, you have a happy spring. Take care of yourself, Lori.
Thank you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless.
Thanks, Lori. Take care. All right. So, Michele, do you want to keep going, or are we going to wrap? Because it's up to you. All about your energy. I'm very,
Yeah, I know. Let's just do one more.
Okay. All right. So then let me go to the call center here, and we'll pick at random. So go ahead and just give me a number, Michele, any number, and I will.
We'll do number 6.
Number 6. Okay. All right. So this is area code 610-610-451. You're on the line with Michele. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Elaine from Birdsboro.
Elaine. Hello, Elaine.
Hello, Michele. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy spring to you, dear.
Thank you. Happy spring to you also.
Okay. I have a female energy here who is a spirit guide of yours, my dear. And, oh my goodness gracious, hold on a second. This is from a European country. Oh my goodness, she's Irish. Elaine, she's Irish.
Irish?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, her name is Shannon, Shannon. She's from Ireland. She has auburn hair and a couple freckles. And I need to tell you something. You were with her in Ireland, and we're going way back here. We're going back to probably late early 1700s. And
okay.
She tells me that that she watches not only over you, but over one of your children. If you have a son, she's very connected to your son. Okay. How's your son doing, Elaine? Is he okay?
He's doing good.
Okay. It's from her help as well, from Shannon's help as well. And she is she's a happy spirit, and she's a happy spirit guide. She wants you to lighten up. She wants you to laugh more.
Okay.
And you're going to take a trip to going to take a trip to the Caribbean. Do you know about that yet? And Florida.
I don't. But I'm ready.
All right. Well, pack your bags, because Shannon's telling me you deserve a good break. And I think you're flying out of Miami. You're going to go to Florida, and I think you're going to fly out of Miami to the Caribbean. Boy, I wish I was there with you right now. I don't know if you can see my ocean behind me, but it's beautiful.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question about my health?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have a skin problem where my hands are just broke open. They're swelled. They're red. They hurt to bend my fingers. I just don't know what it's from. Am I allergic to something? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something I'm eating, something I'm touching, but my hands hurt. They're so broke open and just inflamed and red. I have it on my face, and I don't know what to do.
You're allergic to a chemical product that you're using. And it's a pretty harsh chemical. And I don't know if it would be in hair dye, if it would be something that you have your hands in. So are you using chemicals, Elaine? Because that's what it's from, darling. It's nothing you're eating. It's something.
I'm a hairdresser.
Pardon?
I'm a hairdresser.
Have you tried organic products for your clients?
I do use some organic. I do.
If there's some way, I know they're more expensive than other products, but if there's some way that you can switch to mainly organic. Aloe, I know you've tried probably many different things, but make sure you rub your hands with aloe vera. The other thing you can do, Elaine, is go to the health food store and get liquid aloe vera and take half a glass every morning. That'll immediately flush toxins out of your kidneys and out of your liver. Actually, it's called George's aloe vera, which is the purest you can get. You can get them in jug bottles. And again, I have a glass in front of me. Pour half a glass of aloe vera. And probiotics would be very good for you to take, Elaine. Probiotics. So you can get those at the health food store.
Yeah.
What's happening is anything we put on our skin goes into the bloodstream and goes through the bloodstream. So it's a vicious cycle that you're in, because you, as a hairdresser, you need to use the products. And if there's any way to wear plastic gloves, which you probably do, and watch latex.
Oh, I do.
Watch latex.
I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't use it. And my hands are so red and swelled that I just thought maybe it was the gloves I was wearing.
No.
Maybe soaking in colloidal oatmeal would help too.
Colloidal oatmeal.
Yeah.
So how does that,
Oatmeal.
how does that work, John?
So you would mix. It's called colloidal oatmeal. You can go online and learn about it. It's a soothing treatment. It's you can just put your hands in there and soak them in there, and it will help you with the irritation. It's a special kind called colloidal oatmeal, and which it has the ability to relieve itching if there's any itching involved.
Now, I've heard about colloidal.
Itching! I would have pulled the skin off my hand. I itch so bad.
Yeah.
So I guess I could get that at health food store.
Yes. And is it raised up with anything to do with or like little blisters or anything as well, or is it just red and cracked open? Okay. Yeah.
Nope. There are some blisters. Yeah.
Yeah. It does. It sounds exactly like Michelle's what she's saying. Of course, she's the psychic here. So
are you, John.
But it feels like that will help, and it'll have to go through its phase. Benadryl. I don't know if you take medications, but Benadryl will actually help with that too, with the allergy relaxation.
I'm going to go get some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I do have Benadryl, but I don't want.
Yeah, I don't like taking Benadryl. It makes you very loopy, but just
and also magnesium can calm the skin down. Taking magnesium capsules can calm the skin down. I know when I was in Jamaica, I had a reaction to the salt in the salt water, and I blew up with hives all over my body. That's another story. But my homeopathic doctor told me about magnesium, and the chemicals can pull out also good things from the bloodstream as well.
Yeah.
So magnesium's important, and colloidal oatmeal. John, thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I had a situation like that happen before, and sometimes it can happen with just hand soap. There's an ingredient in a hand soap that your hands just don't agree with. Your skin doesn't agree with, and it can just or any bath product. I mean, it can spring on, and it has to do a little bit with what's going on with your immunity, along with whatever you're being exposed to at the time. But I know what that feeling is like. It's awful, and I had it all over. So yeah.
And Elaine, watch makeup. Try to get Clinique or something that would be makeup that wouldn't have any other chemicals in it. So look at your makeup too and see what's in that, because if it's on your face, my dear, it's not just from what your hands are in. There's something that you're putting on your face too. You need to change it. All right.
Right. Okay, great.
Well,
thank you both. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing. It's just a process of discovery, you know, finding out what it was that's different that was added into your world. And then, I mean, it can be perfumes, it can be anything. So it's just a matter of really, you know, going through and fine tuning what was new in your world.
So, Elaine,
right,
keep
and this is
laughing.
6 years now.
Oh my goodness.
What? 6 years what?
I've had this for 6 years.
Oh, wow. So this is not something that just
no,
sprung
I've
up.
been trying different doctors, and
wow.
it's just getting really bad now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So,
is there any way to
thank
take
you.
a break?
I'm going to try these things.
Try and maybe take a vacation for a week and get away from the chemicals. And Shannon's here, your Irish spirit guide, to say, laugh a little bit. You know, it's easier said than done, sweetheart. But lighten up a little bit. But I'll keep you in my prayers, and please try what was given to you: magnesium, colloidal, oatmeal, and what else did we say, John?
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
great. I will. Thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for calling, and we
God bless
really
you,
do send you love and light to get that removed out of your system.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right, John. Wow.
Yeah.
What an array of calls.
Yeah, right?
I have notes here. Heavens.
No, I told you. We always get a huge amount of calls, especially when we're doing topics that people really, really enjoy, which, you know, fur babies and guides and manifestation and yes,
angels.
all of that. Yeah. So we will love to keep hearing your feedback, so be sure to comment. We did have an issue with it going out to Facebook, but what we'll do, Michelle, we will upload the video and rebroadcast it through your Facebook Live so that people can see that it's a rebroadcast, so it won't be live, but they can comment at least on the video.
Okay. Yeah, if you could do that for me, and in the meantime,
Definitely.
I'll try to get it on YouTube.
Definitely.
Okay,
But thanks to everybody who came into the chat room. That's where you find us. If it's not streaming on Facebook Live, it's always better to go into the chat room anyway, because that's when I'm really seeing, because I do not see your comments, unfortunately, until after the show. And then Michelle actually goes back and responds to all those comments. So incredible. I don't know how she does it. It's a lot. It's a lot. I got all these birthday wishes, and I'm just like overwhelmed with how to respond to all of them. So.
Well, I'm glad you had such a happy birthday, my dear.
I did. Thank you,
You're
honey.
great, and thanks for working with me every week, John.
Oh, I love it. I love you. I love doing this show with you. It's a highlight of my day. So thank you so much.
I love you too. God bless you, honey. Until next week, always be kind.
Yes, everyone. Take care, and be sure, we're going to upload this on YouTube as well. So it's going to be going out to Michelle's Facebook, but also be shared on YouTube. Once it's up on Michelle's Facebook, you can share the video. And once you share it, put in your comments that you shared the video so that we can enter you in for a drawing. Now, we will do these drawings, and we will announce on Michelle's Facebook page the winners. Okay? Sometimes we'll do it live on the show, and sometimes we'll do it through a Facebook post, just to let you know. All right?
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Take care.
Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.